Peter, huge congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you.
One of the things that really came across was what you as a council could do beyond what central government could do in supporting businesses to recover from COVID.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, we had the statutory grants from government, which were set by the Treasury and central government, and that was something like £45 million. But over and above that, then we had discretionary funds to spend, which we could then target at businesses we knew were really struggling, and some of them really on the edge. In many cases, they had 2 or 3 days of cash left in the business. And these were businesses that had, 8, 10, 12 people. So they were not just, sole traders and one or two people. So I know from the feedback from them, we enabled them to survive. We just tied them over till, they started to emerge from COVID, and it made a massive difference.
In a way, thinking back to when that started, what was it made you realise that you could make so much difference?
I think when we looked at the central government guidelines, we said, okay, a lot of these are based on rateable value, so depending on the rateable value of business, they would get an automatic grant. But we're really conscious that there were a lot of people who would fall through the cracks. So from day one, and it's really thanks to the team that worked with me, the team of officers, who have just been amazing, and they helped us to identify, to pinpoint where that money really needed to go.
We heard as well in your nomination some very moving stories of what has been done to help refugees from Ukraine.
Yeah.
That's something that at first glance might seem self-evident, but when you look at it, it's actually probably much more difficult than that.
Yeah.
How well do you think it was achieved, and what were the real obstacles that you had to overcome?
Well, first of all, South Cambridgeshire was certainly at one point in September the council in the country that had accepted the largest number of Ukrainian refugee families. I don't know what it is now. And obviously it's not a competition, but that just showed you the level of commitment from people. So the first stage was getting the message out and saying to local residents, look, there's an opportunity for you to help. We actually seconded in South Cambs, and again, all tribute to those officers, 40 officers just to work on this issue. And move those officers from my department, from planning, from other areas, just to make sure there were all those people supporting them. And a lot of it was obviously about housing, a lot of it was about education for the children, so that involved interaction with the county council, and a lot of it was community support to get the community to make those families feel welcome.
Well, tonight is a night of celebration.
Yeah.
How are you going to celebrate? And can I ask you, who do you think you're going to tell first?
So I mentioned to my family, and I mentioned to our cabinet in South Cambridgeshire, who are also an absolutely fantastic team. I'm sure we can find some ways to celebrate.